there, I'm Anna and I'm a physiotherapist and a Pilates instructor, and I'm taking this session from my studio in Billericay in Essex. So I'm currently live streaming all of my sessions from my studio whilst we can't unfortunately have you in the studio in real life. So in today's session, I'm going to go through a nice sort of stretch and relax Pilates based session for you. So hopefully you're going to feel really lovely and stretched out and feel really good for doing the session with me today. If you want to find out more about me, you can have a look at my website. It's animatedphysio.co.uk. I'd love to see you in my classes. I've got virtual classes that are live streamed, and I also have a subscription service so you can do classes on demand if that works for you as well. So if you enjoy the session today, take a look at my website and see what you think, and I'd love to see you joining in with one of my classes. Okay, so for today's session, we're going to have a stand up with our feet about hip width apart. And then we're just going to give ourselves a bit of a stretch through. So we're just going to start off with some shoulder rolls here. So rolling our shoulders back, loosening off through those shoulders. Don't worry if they're a bit crunchy. Hopefully they'll feel less crunchy by the end of the session. Just relaxing those shoulders down. Let's stretch through those shoulders a bit more. We're going to reach our arms up and then stretch and reach our fingertips nice and wide. Breathe out as you reach up and breathe in as you stretch and open those arms apart. So nice big stretch and reach with our arms stretching through our shoulders. That's it, breathing out as you come up. Breathe in as you stretch those fingertips wide. Let's go for 2 more. And last one. Lovely, taking those arms down, give them a bit of a shake through. Let's give our necks a stretch then. So ear to your shoulder, one hand onto your head, other hand behind your back. Gentle pressure onto the side of your head. Stretching into the side of your neck here. Just take a few breaths as you feel that nice stretch into the side of your neck. And then we'll go the other way. So other hand behind your back, other hand onto your head, gentle pressure onto the other side of your head. That's it, take a few deep breaths here again. And then slowly releasing from there. Let's take our chin down to our chest, taking both hands behind your head this time. Gentle pressure onto the back of your head, stretching into the base of your neck. As it, take a few deep breaths as you feel that stretch down the back of your neck. And then slowly coming up from there, just taking our hands down from here. We're going to go into our mermaid stretch next. So this is going to work on stretching into the sides of our body. So we're going to alternate sides here. Feet stay hip width. We're going to stretch and reach one arm up and over to the side. And then coming back to the middle, switching sides, reaching up and over in the other direction before you come back again. So breathing out as you stretch across. Breathe in as you come back into the middle. As you're stretching and reaching, try and think about keeping a nice equal pressure through your left and your right foot. Try and think about keeping your pelvis stacked straight over your feet. So we're trying to avoid kind of a side to side movement with our hips. Okay, think about keeping those hips stacked straight over our pelvis, feeling that stretch through the side of our body. And you can either stick with your side to side stretch here, or you can add in a roll down as well if you like. So this roll down is going to give us a stronger stretch for your back. So you might find it feels really nice on your back. So you're going to stretch and reach over all the way around to the front and then slowly restacking your spine. But like I say, if it's too strong a stretch, just stick with going from side to side as we were doing previously. So reaching over, stretch and reach all the way around into the middle and then slowly rolling up through your spine. Breathing out as you're reaching over and stretching and reaching all the way around. Breathing in as you restack your spine, nice and smoothly, one vertebra at a time. That's it, standing up nice and tall between each stretch. Keeping it nice and smooth. Keep timing it with our breathing. As we roll up through our spine, think about restacking that spine nice and smoothly, one vertebra at a time, each time you peel up. And we'll go for one more of those in each direction. Lovely. When you've done those last two, we're going to go into our normal roll down. So we're just going to roll up and down in a nice straight motion. So when you're ready, we're going to take our chin to our chest, relax our shoulders, soften our knees, and peeling down through our spine, nice and smoothly, one vertebra at a time, rolling down as low as you can go comfortably here, feeling that stretch into your back and the backs of your legs. And then you're going to slowly restack your spine as you roll back up again, nice and smoothly, one vertebra at a time. Rolling your shoulders back, taking your head up last at the top. And we'll go again, nice big breath in. Breathing out as you're rolling down. Breathe in and hold the stretch at the bottom. And breathing out as you slowly restack your spine. Lovely. On our next roll down, we're going to pause at the bottom of our roll down and we're going to go into some arm opening exercises. So we're going to roll down again. This time when you feel a comfortable stretch, and make sure those knees aren't locked out, they want to be a little bit soft. When you feel that comfortable stretch, just bring both your hands together. Both hands come to the outside of one leg, doesn't matter which side. And then just soften those knees a little bit more. You're going to open your top hand up, turn your head towards your hand as you open, and then close your hands back together again. So breathing out as you open up, breathe in as you close back down, turning your head towards your hand as you open and close here. As you open your hand, you can soften and bend the outside knee a little bit more if you like, to get a bit more range through the movement. That's it, keep it nice and smooth. And let's go for one more on this side, last one. Lovely, and then let's take those hands back into the middle, nice big breath in. As you breathe out, draw it into that core, squeeze your glutes, slowly restacking your spine. As we come back up into standing, roll your shoulders back, take your head up last. And we get to try that one again, but opening and closing the other arm. So when you're ready, nice big breath in. Breathing out as you're rolling down nice and smoothly, one vertebra at a time again. Again, when you get to that point where you feel a comfortable stretch, both hands come together. Both hands come to the outside of your other leg. Again, just watch those knees aren't locked out. Keep them a little bit soft. Turn your head to watch your top hand again as you open and close here. Breathing out as you open up. Breathe in as you close back down. And again, you can soften and bend the outside knee a little bit more as you open and close to help you get a bit more range to keep the stretch feeling really nice and comfortable. That's it. Turn that head to watch your hand as you open and close. Breathe out as you open up. Breathe in as you close back down. We'll go for two more on this side. Take those hands back into the middle, take a nice big breath in. As you breathe out, draw into that core, squeeze those glutes, slowly rolling up through your spine, rolling your shoulders back, and head comes up last from here. Well done. Okay, we're going to come down onto our hands and knees for our next one. So make sure you've got some space in front of you, feet are hip width. So peeling down one more time, nice and smoothly rolling down. When you can't get any lower this time, bending those knees, crouching down and walking ourselves forward. So we're coming down onto our hands and our knees on our mat. So taking our knees under our hips and our hands under our shoulders. Just watching that those shoulders are down away from our ears. And we're going to go into our cat stretch. So mobilizing through our spine into our cat stretch here. Starting at our tailbone, we're going to tuck it under. We're curling and rounding all the way through our spine, working all the way through to the top of our neck, taking your chin to your chest last. And then we'll go back the other way. So untucking that tailbone, arching all the way through your spine. Working all the way through to the top of your neck, looking forwards if you can, up towards the ceiling last. Breathing out as we move through our spine, one vertebra at a time. Breathe in and hold the stretch, and then breathing out as you move back in the other direction. And again, breathe in and hold the stretch. So think about drawing that belly button up towards the ceiling as you round through your spine, letting your belly button drop down towards the floor as you arch through your back. So nice smooth segmental movement as you curl and arch here. Starting with that tailbone, working through your lower back, your ribcage, your shoulders, and then your neck last on each movement. That's it, pausing between each movement as we take that breath in, really feeling that lovely stretch before we articulate through our spine, back in the other direction. We'll go for one more of these in each direction here. Lovely, and then we're just going to come back to kind of a middle neutral position, and we're going to thread the needle next, so working a bit of rotation here. So if you keep your left hand on the floor, lift your right hand up, you're going to bend your left elbow as you stretch and reach your right hand through underneath your left arm, and then we'll stretch, reach and open up towards the ceiling, breathing out as you rotate and stretch through, breathing in as you stretch, reach and open up. So turning your head towards your hand as you're moving here. Get a nice bit of rotation through our upper back, stretching and opening out through our chest each time we reach up. So make sure you're bending your left elbow. Try and get your right shoulder to touch the floor, or as close to the floor as you can get it. Each time you thread that hand through. We're going to go for 3 more with our right here. So let's go for one more last time. Lovely. When you've done those last few, let's switch sides. So taking your weight onto your right hand, lifting your left hand up, and then turning our head to watch our hand as you reach that left hand through, and then stretch, reach, and open up. Breathing out as you rotate and stretch through. Breathing in as you stretch and open up towards the ceiling. Again, you should feel like you're working a little bit through that right arm as you're bending our right elbow and trying to get our left shoulder to touch the floor or down as close to the floor as it will go. Lovely, that's it, turning that head to watch your hand. We'll go for 3 more, moving with our left arm here. Last 3. So it's 1, 2, and 1 more. Number 3. Coming back down onto our hands and knees. We're going to stick with our thread the needle, and this time we're going to hold it as a static stretch. So let's go with our right arm first. Right hand lifts up. Thread your right hand through, take your right shoulder to touch the floor, and your head touches the floor as well this time. So we're holding that rotational stretch. You can either stay here or you can slide your left hand away from you to make the stretch a bit stronger. Think about lengthening through your spine, aim your tailbone back towards your heels. It doesn't matter if your tailbone's nowhere near, but think about lengthening through that spine, taking your tailbone towards your heels as you hold it here for a few breaths. Lovely, and then bending that left arm, pushing yourself back up onto your hands and knees. Let's try that stretch in the other direction. So this time left hand stretches through, take your left shoulder to the floor, head comes to the floor. You can either keep your right arm flexed or you can slide your right arm away from you. Once you're in a comfortable stretch, think about lengthening through that spine again. Aim that tailbone towards your heels. Take a few breaths here. Lovely, and then bending that right arm, push yourself back up onto your hands and knees. Then we'll come into 1 more stretch on our hands and knees here. We're going to try our extended shell stretch. So you're going to take your big toes and touch them together. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Then sit back onto your heels, stretch your hands away, and then relaxing your head down. So head comes to the floor. Think about taking your chest towards the floor. So hopefully you feel a really nice stretch through your shoulders, your back, and into your hips here. Just taking a few deep breaths as we hold this stretch. Lovely, and then slowly coming up from here, we're going to take a turn over onto our backs for our next few exercises. So taking a turn onto our backs, and we're going to go into our shoulder bridge exercise. So working on mobility through our spine, we're going to feel our glutes working a little bit on this one, and then we're going to take it into more of a stretching mobility exercise. So on our backs, knees are bent, feet on the floor. Our feet are about hip width apart. We'll start off with our hands by our sides. You want to be nice and open through your chest here, long through the back of your neck. We're going to try and tilt back through our pelvis. So tilting back so that your lower back then flattens into the floor. Once you're there, you're going to squeeze your glutes. We're going to peel our tailbone away from the floor and then peeling up through our spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Trying to get into a nice straight line at the top of the movement through from our knees, hips and shoulders. And then we're slowly peeling back down, just letting 1 vertebra make contact with the floor at a time as we slowly lower down. So breathe in to prepare, breathe out as you tilt, squeeze and peel up. Breathe in and hold at the top. And then breathing out as you peel back down through your spine, nice and smoothly, 1 vertebra at a time. Lovely. So then from here, we're going to start increasing our stretch, mobilizing through our upper back a little bit more as we add in some arm reaches. So we're going to take our breath in to prepare, breathe out as you tilt, squeeze and roll up. As you breathe in and hold at the top, we're going to take our arms back over our head this time. Hold our arms there. And then we're going to breathe out as we peel down through our spine, nice and smoothly, 1 vertebra at a time. So you should feel a lovely stretch through your back as you peel down, that nice, smooth, segmental movement. Once your hips are back to the floor, then bring your arms back over. Okay, so you're going to breathe out as you tilt, squeeze and peel up. Breathe in as you take our arms back over our head. Breathing out as you peel down through your spine. Breathing in as you bring your hands back over once your hips are back to the floor. So think of it as 4 separate movements. Time it with your breathing. So breathing out as you tilt, squeeze and lift. Breathe in as you take those arms back over our head. Breathing out as you peel down. And breathing in as you take your arms back over. We'll go for 3 more. So that's number 1. That's it. Make sure those hips are down before you bring your arms over. So we've got 2 to go. Really squeezing those bum muscles, peeling up 1 vertebra at a time as you lift those hips. Then arms come back and then we're rolling down. So that's number 2. So we've got one more to go. And that's number 3. Lovely, well done. Then from there, we're going to go into a bit of stretching. So let's bring both our knees into our chest, hugging both our knees in here. So that should give our lower back a really nice stretch through. You can hold your knees still, or you might find it feels really nice to give your knees a gentle rock from side to side, or roll your knees round in a circle. So just giving your back a nice massage on the floor as you rock or roll with your knees. Lovely. And then if you take those legs down, let's give our glutes a stretch. You're going to take one foot and cross it over the opposite knee. So once you're here, you can either just stay in this position, or you can push your knee away with your hand, or you can lift your underneath leg up, reach your hands through and hold behind your underneath knee. And you should feel that stretch into your glutes, into the side of your hip. On this one, just try and be mindful that we're staying long through our spine. Keep your head relaxed back to the floor as you hold the stretch here. And then slowly lowering down, uncrossing that foot, let's cross the other one over. And again, either pushing that knee away or lift your underneath leg up, reach your hands through and hold behind your underneath knee. So again, long through that spine, head is relaxed back. Feel that stretch into the side of our hip, taking a few deep breaths here as we feel that stretch. Just think about relaxing into the stretch. And then releasing from there, and then you can uncross your foot, hands by our sides, both feet on the floor, knees bent. Just give your knees a nice gentle rock from side to side. Just give your back one last stretch out into rotation as you rock with those knees. And then when you feel ready to from here, you can just take a nice slow turn over onto your side, take a slow sit up from there. And then once you're up, we're all done with today's session. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me and well done. So as I had said at the start, if you enjoyed that session and you'd like to see more from me, you can have a look at my website. That's animatedphysio.co.uk. And I run live stream sessions, so you can join in with me live from my studio, or you can join my subscription, which means you can join in with lots of different length sessions anytime, any day, and you can watch those as often as you like. All the details are on my website, or you can drop me an email, which is info@animatedphysio.co.uk. So I hope you enjoyed today. Thanks for joining, and hopefully I'll see you all at one of my classes soon. Bye guys.